So we have another shooting on our hands tonight, everybody. This time it's another. Well, we can add another name to the list of black people shot by law enforcement. That story coming up right after this. So we have another story of a we have a story of another shooting in our community. This time it's a young lady named Toya James. Toya James. Breonna Taylor, Toya James. Who's next? Two people were shot, one fatally, which is Latoya James, while Camden County deputies were serving a search warrant before dawn on Tuesday morning on US 17 in Woodbine, according to Georgia Bureau of Investigations. The deputy involved shooting occurred at approximately 4:51 a.m. No deputies were injured. Of course not. A new release from the GIB issued just before 3:30 p.m. Tuesday stated that law enforcement knocked and announced themselves before making entry into the residence. The GBI said that upon entry, there were an exchange of gunfire between the occupants of the home and law enforcement. Now, if they announce themselves, knock, 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 we're the police, we're coming in, why would anybody start shooting? Even in this climate of unrest with law enforcement and the black community, why would anybody be that stupid enough to start shooting at police officers? They're trained killers. We all know that. The deputy involved shooting occurred at approximately 4:51 a.m. No deputies were injured. A new release from the GBI issued just before 3:30 p.m. Tuesday morning stated the law enforcement knocked and announced themselves before making entry into the residence. The GBI said that upon entry, there were an exchange of gunfire between occupants of the home and law enforcement. According to the GBI, the occupants of the home were identified as 37-year-old Latoya James, who was shot and died at the scene, and 46-year-old Vershawn Brown, who was injured and hospitalized at UF Health in Jacksonville. The family of the man and woman who were shot, News 4 Jackson, they learned about James' death from Brown, but they said they have not been given any official information about the shootings, and that they are not allowed to get to the shooting scene. They said they were cousins and that they were shot in Brown's home. This is so egregious and this is so crazy, The family also said that James was a mother of a child. They won't tell me anything about my baby is still, while my baby is still lying down on the floor, said James's mother, the mother of the woman killed. We don't want their side, we want the truth, said Carolyn Woods, that's her aunt. Pastor Divine Knight is Brown's cousin. He said, despite the preliminary report, that he still have questions. I find that very hard to believe, especially with James. Knight said. The GBI said it will conduct an independent investigation. You know, they're investigating themselves. You know, that's like me going to the store and stealing some candy and say, I'm going to investigate myself. I'm gonna get the truth out of me. And we all know how that's going to turn out. When completed, when completed, it will be turned over to the Brunswick Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office in review. And US 17 remained blocked to traffic most of the day as detectives and GBI agents investigated. This is so crazy. You know, the list just keep growing and growing and growing. And you have to ask yourself, when is this going to stop? You know, when will it end? Somebody told me a long time ago that we were never slaves. You know, we were prisoners of war, and I believe that. And to this day, we are still prisoners of war. And every person that get killed by law enforcement is a casualty of that war. This has been Real Talk. My name is Stan, and have a good evening, everybody.